Welcome back, fellow travelers. I want to talk to you today about the Dubai Aquarium located in the Dubai Mall. You've undoubtedly heard about one of the largest aquariums in the world. It's world famous. It's absolutely stunning from the outside. It's located, as I mentioned, in the Dubai Mall. So as you're shopping, you'll eventually notice that there's a conglomerate of people just looking up in awe at the magnificent display that they have of the big aquarium. Now this aquarium has some mantas, they got sharks, fish, they've got all sorts of things, and it is quite the sight. I'm a big aquarium guy. I used to have a huge reef, well, huge. For those of you who have a reef, I had a 135 gallon. So as you can imagine, I was pretty excited. Being that enthusiast to be able to go and look at different aquariums around the world is something that I love and adore. Can't get enough of it. So I went there really for this experience. I didn't really go to the mall to shop. I went to go check out this aquarium. And needless to say, when I got there, I obviously waited about 20-30 minutes as I was looking at the front of the aquarium, which is accessible, again, to the public. You don't have to pay any money to see that part. But if you'd like to walk in the tunnel in the aquarium and then go see some of the other exhibits they do have, that will cost money. And it'll cost you about, and transferred into American, is about $25 to $30, depending on what the currency exchange rate is at that time. You can also go and take a backstage tour, look at how the food is prepared, how much food is prepared, see it from the top down. I did this experience. At the time they had a crocodile exhibition, so it ended up being $50 or $60 Canadian, so about $40 American. And I gotta say, having looked at so many backstage passes for a lot of different aquariums, I was always impressed. Like the Toronto Aquarium, the Ripley's Toronto Aquarium is incredible. I loved going backstage and doing things there and just looking at the way their skimmers are working and all this extra cool stuff. So I had high expectations for this visit. Sadly, I by and large found it a waste of my money. I would have rather just stay outside, look at the aquarium for another 20-30 minutes, and then be done with the whole exhibition. I did find it a bit lacking, unfortunately. One of the main reasons why I didn't really have that great of a time is that it was so short of an experience. I was planning out my whole afternoon to stay there and have a look, but really, the tour itself lasted 10 minutes, not more. You can throw a few fish into the aquarium from the top. That was about as exciting as it got and about as deep as it got. We looked at some of the breeding pods and the capabilities in which they employ to make sure that they have a full stocked aquarium. But I don't know how interesting that would be to the regular person. And even for me, it was nothing mind-blowing. I didn't learn anything new. So if you're an enthusiast like me, it's almost as if you're watching your friend breed, clownfish. That's unfortunately the way it was. So I was like, I was disappointed. It was cool to see how the food was prepared. They produce a lot of food. But more than that, it is worth your time to go to the mall, check out the mall. The mall is something else. It's huge. It's beautiful. And then to, walk in and out of the shops and then see this beautiful aquarium. There's a lot to do at the mall. So I did manage to occupy the rest of my time, but I was left disappointed, expecting a bigger experience. Definitely what they've done there is stunning, and it's a marvel in itself and how they fit so much water into this location, how they keep it running. Kudos to the people who run it. It just isn't that exciting for the average person. So don't budget a whole weekend around this whole thing. Don't budget an afternoon. It'll take maybe an hour, and then your family will probably want to move on to something else. So I hope that saves you a bit of money. I really do. Do check it out if you're in Dubai. Just don't pay money for the passes. You can get everything you want to see from just the exterior. The tunnel is okay. It's not even like a moving carpet. You gotta keep walking along. And that's another thing. One of the people yelled at me because I tried to stop and take a picture, and that wasn't fun. But that's the idea. You have to walk through. You have to keep walking because they want people going through. They don't want people all bunched up. So more than that, keep in mind that's the experience. If you still want to pay for it, by all means, you've been advised what I thought. If you have been, what did you think? Did you think it was really worth the money that it cost to just walk through the tunnel and see a few other exhibits? Or would you rather just stay on the outside and save your money, maybe spend that towards something else? Let me know in the comments below. More than that, though, I'd like to thank you for making me a part of your day. And before you leave, you can check out another one of my videos right over here. And if you'd like to subscribe, which not only helps the channel out, lets you know when we upload new content, you do that right here. Till next time, safe travels.